everybody. This is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Will You Meet a Foreigner and Fall in Love? So we are going to go ahead and ask that question today. We just finished, we're still in the energy, but the full moon in Aquarius was yesterday. And yeah, it was quite an interesting full moon, and I could really feel the full moon energy leading up the days ahead. Like sometimes full moons feel like the energy feels very charged and scattered, and I get moments of like elation and happiness, and then moments of like crushing, like, you know, soul, like just feeling like your soul's getting stepped on, you know, all those wonderful human things that we have. It's 3:11 right now, which I think is a really awesome time to start your reading. It's a really creative and fun reading, and I'm looking forward to doing it for you. We will also have extended readings as well for those of you that would like to follow me to my Vimeo channel. Link will be in the description box below to go to my Vimeo channel. And for those of you that want to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details for how to do so will be in my description box below. So let's get comfortable. I gotta scoot in here, and we are gonna go ahead and get into it. Now for the piles. So for pile number 1, we have this beautiful piece of Unakite, and Unakite is associated with the heart chakra, the sacral chakra, with Venus energy, and it's associated with compassion, forgiveness, opening the heart, softness, genuineness, integrity. And I just got this stone recently at a store here in Austin, Texas, and I'm actually not in Seattle anymore. That's another thing that I will share more about my move with you guys. I'm actually in Texas. So for those of you that are in Austin or the surrounding areas, say hi, okay? But I don't know why, I just felt the need to tell you guys that, but something about holding this Unakite in my hand, okay? So if you're drawn to stone number 1 here, or Unakite, you'll choose pile number 1. Okay, for those of you that are feeling very drawn to this beautiful rainbow aura quartz, you will choose pile number 2. I actually had been looking for a beautiful rainbow aura quartz for some time, and I saw this at a place called Nature's Treasures in Austin, Texas. It's a really, really big, phenomenal crystal store. And I was like, whoa, this is what I've been looking for, okay? So that's the rainbow aura quartz for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have the copper pyramid. And copper is, of course, associated with Venus, and copper in general is about this Venus type of energy. And I love this copper pyramid. I also got it at Nature's Treasures, a crystal shop in Austin. And I've never had a copper pyramid before, so I was really excited to get one. I was inspired because I got a black obsidian pyramid in the mail for the service I subscribe to anyway. And I've just been into like these pyramids lately, and I think it's really cool. So for those of you that are into the copper pyramid, you will choose pile number 3. Let's go ahead and get into it, everybody, and we will start your reading. I'm so excited to be with you guys. I haven't been able to make as much videos, but that is all gonna change in the next 10 days or so. Like, everything is kind of shifting for me right now, and I've been in the middle of a really big life change, and I'm looking forward to bringing you guys a lot more content. I have a ton of ideas. I'm really inspired, and we are going to get into it. For those of you that would like to follow me on my other channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below to that channel. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Unakite, and today's reading is called Will You Meet a Foreigner and Fall in Love? Will you perhaps one day elope with your gentle sir or kind woman, okay? And yeah, I am really excited to do this reading for you. It's so fun to see how the paths in our life can change. I'm seeing the letter H here. I also feel like I'm seeing an N, which of course are my initials, but lots of other people have initials and an H, like Nicole Hernandez, for instance, or a name like that, okay? But I'm seeing, like, you know how in palm reading you can have different paths, you can have different rows and different paths here, and you know, they can either like break off or converge. I'm definitely seeing two paths here for you guys in pile number 1. And, you know, both are, I feel one path lasts longer, but then another path is like more exciting and opens you up a lot more, okay? So we're gonna look at this energy for you, pile number 1. What an interesting choice for you guys here with this Unakite. And I'd never even heard of the stone Unakite before I found this, so really was cool. I've been getting to know a lot more crystals these days, and it's so fun. Let's do it. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my pile number 1s. And let's go ahead and find out, will pile number 1 meet a sexy foreigner, fall in love, and even possibly elope? Let's go ahead and look at it for my beautiful pile number 1s. Okay. We have endings, you are held. And I had a feeling this card was going to come out, and it came out reversed. So, you know, there may be something in your life right now, pile number 1, that needs like circumstances or situations that need to be, you know, closed out and finished before you could maybe consider this possibility. But I mean, life changes quickly and suddenly at times, pile number 1. And, you know, today's death card becomes tomorrow's beautiful sunrise, okay? And this card is the endings card, and the death card is kind of a card we think of as endings, right? But maybe there's some things happening in your life right now that, I just heard that song, You Turn My World Upside Down, da-na-na-na-na, upside down. Okay, pile number 1. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We have the sun. All right, the sun will come out. So yeah, circumstances changing, the sun rising after something in your life has kind of come to an end. There may be a situation that is hanging on for dear life in your life right now, like a relationship, a friendship, a work situation, something in your life that is just even an internal struggle, just something that continues to kind of hold on. And I see you guys breaking free from that with the sun energy here. And I'm definitely seeing something like very Roman, Greek, or Roman here. And yeah, interesting energy. I also just got the name Diana, or the goddess Diana, or Artemis, all right? And definitely feeling like Aries, Virgo energy here too. And yeah, well, Leo too with the sun, all right? But let's see what else we have here. Ooh, we have the Emperor and the Sun. So I think that after this energy clears out of your life and is completely finalized and done, I mean, I think you guys could, the Sun and the Emperor, let's see what else we get. Pile number 1. We have flying. All right, so it might literally be that you're flying somewhere. I'm also getting like the UK. I'm also seeing like crop circles and things like that for those of you that are into that. Unicorns, rainbows, puppies, and sunshine. Pile number 1. Okay, so interesting energy here. And let's see what else we get. We have the throat chakra. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance, okay? So a time of peace and balance after some pretty painful endings here. And something in your life taking you a little bit by surprise with this sun energy. Let's see what else we have. We have, oh, there it is, the sun in Aries. And I mentioned Aries, new beginnings and a leap of faith. Oh my God, look at these dolphins and look at that beautiful sun setting over the water. I am definitely feeling that European kind of Italy, Greece, Mediterranean, that type of energy. I do feel a place that has dolphins near it, okay, like where dolphins swim. And yeah, this is beautiful. A leap of faith for you, pile number 1. Like this would be a big deal for you. This would certainly be, and look at this. You know what's so funny is this, it's not funny really, but this emperor here is pressing on her throat chakra, okay? And we have throat chakra here. So, you know, have you guys been with people in the past who were very controlling, or where you felt like you couldn't speak up, or you felt like, you know, you couldn't really, you had to do things the way another person wanted you to do them? And this is also Aries energy with this emperor and the sun, okay? And yeah, I mean, have you guys been around energy like that? Are you guys getting away from someone who is very dominating and controlling and made you like would try to take authority over you in some way, pile number 1, okay? I feel like that's all being tossed in the fire. I feel like Spirit wants me to like toss this emperor in this candle in the fire here. I'm not going to, obviously, this is a new deck and I don't want to burn this card, but I kind of feel like Spirit's like toss the emperor in the fire, okay? And the sun will come out tomorrow. And here's this huge sun with the leap of faith. So definitely going somewhere. It's somewhere you would have to fly, okay? Like going overseas is where you would, it wouldn't be a foreigner, for example, like the United States and Canada. Yeah, you might fly to Canada, right? But you could also drive to Canada from like Seattle to British Columbia, right? Or BC. So, I mean, I feel like this is somewhere overseas that you need to fly to get there. You couldn't drive. And we have Sun in Virgo. I mentioned Aries and Virgo, and here they are right here, okay? And this says Sun in Virgo, where we endeavor, and it says you reap what you sow, okay? Interesting. And we have this endings card here. You are held in whatever endings you are experiencing. Yeah, pile number 1, a new beginning for you here with the sun and the sun in Aries and Virgo. We have the otter. Yeah, otters to me remind me of like in Mediterranean climates, or I don't know if they're in Mediterranean climates, but like where they, like I'm definitely seeing this water and the ocean, okay? And where you guys may live right now, it might be landlocked, or you might not be near water, okay? And you might be very busy thinking like, how would I ever escape, you know, my life, right? How would I ever escape my life? Like I'm so busy, I have so much to do. Some of you may have children, I have mouths to feed, I've got animals to take care of, you know, like I've got a lot of work to get done, right? And you know, I feel like, yeah, so there's something here about self-expression too, with this emperor, with this thumb on your throat. Now, if it's not somebody from your past that made you feel this way, this could be just yourself telling yourself, like, I have so many responsibilities. I've got so much going on in my life, Natalie. Like, how can you even say that? Like, you know, to even bring an ending to all the things I'm involved with would take a fucking act of God, okay? I feel like some of you guys are very busy, and some of you may own businesses or be entrepreneurs, and you may be like, well, how would I make that work, okay? And the otter spirit is all about like releasing control and going with the flow. It's a water card, okay? It's like going from land to water. So a big change. This would be a big change or an adjustment for you. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node, okay? So there's something here about speaking what you want. Also, the throat chakra just isn't about speaking. It's about like feeling, it's not even about saying anything to anyone else sometimes. It's just can be about admitting to yourself what it is that you want or would like to try in this lifetime. So some of you guys could have a North Node in Aries or Leo, or, you know, but you tend to play it safe, or I've got a lot of responsibilities or a lot of stuff that I need to take care of, right? But I feel there is something inside of you that is like aching, urging to be released, okay? And let's see what else we have here. Ooh, we have the Queen of Cups, baby. The Queen of Cups needs to be by water. And, you know, traditionally in this card, well, a lot of times there's a dolphin that's swimming up to the Queen of Cups. And yeah, I mean, there's a robotic life that you guys could live, like dedicating all your efforts and energy to other people. And then there's beautiful freedom and something about being on an island or being near the water. All right. I mean, you guys are always I'm drawn to her one foot that is on the ground here. I think, you know, you guys are always, and you may have been a little, you know, I'm drawn to her foot here in the sense that I'm like, should I dip my toes into this water or should I just keep it on dry ground? Okay, but let's see here. Oh, there's the Queen of Pentacles. So for those of you that are here for a girl on girl or a same-sex couple, doesn't have to be women, it could be two men or two women, like definitely. And for some of you guys that are bisexual, you guys, for women that are here, I'm just telling you right now, you could meet a woman of your dreams in a foreign country, okay? Even if you're just like slightly like, you know, you're like maybe questioning a little, right? I feel some of you guys here could really meet, you know, the, you know, what are those two, like Cagney to your Lacey, or your, or, you know, what are the two that drove off the cliff together? What are their two names? You know, you guys know the movie where those two women run off together and they're like on the road together. But this is really compatible energy. This is earth and water again. And we saw that with the Virgo energy and the need to be grounded. And I feel like some of you are like, yeah, that would be amazing to go meet someone overseas, but I got a ton of responsibilities here. And I am seeing the word Lee here, like L-E. Someone could have that as a last name, or L-E-E, the name Lee, or Leah, or Lee. But yeah, and I'm also seeing the word Leo as well. But I feel like you guys are like, yeah, a Leo may have left you guys with a lot of responsibility and shit that you needed to do and carry. I also feel, or a prior partner did this. And I do see you guys wanting to be more free and do something like very different and fun. Let's see what else. Oh shit, there's the King of Wands. Oh my God, you guys got all court cards. So you definitely can fall in love with someone overseas. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. All right. And I feel like there's somebody still here with this King of Wands. There's somebody still here that doesn't want you to go or is trying to stop an ending with you. Okay. And it could be this Leo that I was mentioning a minute ago. We also have Aries, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the reading, or the King of Wands often is associated with Sagittarius. So some of you guys could be meeting a Sagittarius, but I think you guys would meet a lot of different people if you were to go to a foreign country, okay? And for those of you that are bisexual, or you like men and women, or you'd be open to that, I think you could meet a man and a woman, all right? But for those of you that are just look strictly dickly, as we would say formally here, for those of you that are just strictly dickly, I see you guys like, you know, somebody being, I think you guys carry a lot of burden, all right, here. And I feel like sometimes you guys know too well that you reap what you sow, and that the weight of the responsibility kind of stays with you once you've committed to it. And, you know, and I feel like there's somebody here, possibly like for you guys, it could have been a father figure or a a romantic interest, somebody here that was like, you know, you felt was kind of pushing this responsibility on you while they just kind of sat back and watched you grapple with it or deal with it. Okay. And I mean, like, it's not that you guys have been handling everything in your life beautifully, but I think there's been some things missing here for you. I think happiness, adventure, right? A new beginning, an exciting new beginning, Sun and Aries, okay? Like, something here a little missing for you guys. And I feel like your emotional, like, needs may have been a little bit neglected here because you had to kind of shoulder a lot of burdens, okay? And, you know, sometimes thinking about moving to a foreign country and escaping all of that is like very tempting when you consider everything that you guys have been through, okay? But there's definitely a path here that I feel you guys could, you know, step out of your comfort zone. The Queen of Pentacles is like, you know, she's very sturdy, she's very reliable, but she gets used to her routines, right? And water tends to just kind of flow where it will go, right? So something here about taking an active role and stepping out of your comfort zone here, that, you know, something about your North Node in this lifetime. Like, you know, some of you guys could have like South Node in Capricorn, or just, you know, something that feels heavy, I feel like, that you guys have had to carry, all right? And that somebody else had you carry. And I feel like this flying energy is what you guys want to be, this flying unicorn, okay? Like, you guys are my flying unicorns. Pile number 1. So let's go ahead and see here. Will pile number 1 meet a foreigner and fall in love? Will pile number 1 meet a foreigner and fall in love? Will pile number 1. I feel like some of you have maybe already met a foreigner in the past and fell in love, and maybe it didn't go too greatly, all right, or didn't go the best. But I mean, there's always second chances. And as I saw here with this path diverging, okay, on this Unakites at the beginning of your reading, there's a divergent path for you. Will you meet a foreigner and fall in love? For my beautiful pile number 1s, please. The Wheel of Fortune, absolutely. It's only a matter of time. I feel like, for sure, you guys are dealing with some stubborn energy in your life. It could be a Leo versus a Taurus with the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles here. And it's just a matter of time. Time is running out on this situation. And I feel like some of you may be considering about, like, I need to take a trip. Once this shit is over, I do need to expand and enjoy my life more. And I do need to take a trip and look at this beautiful water in the background, this beautiful blue water and this fabulous sunset, okay? And I just love it. And once, you know, the page turns on this connection or this situation that you're dealing with right now, pile number 1, for sure, there is going to be an opportunity. Will you meet a foreigner and fall? I mean, you could always meet a foreigner in your own country too, right? But like, something here for you guys on flying, all right? On flying and going somewhere and getting out of your comfort zone. Wheel of Fortune, okay? So something really about that. We have the 9 of Cups. What fun you would have. And I love these blues and whites here. To me, that definitely reminds me of like Greece or Rome or someplace like that. Like, what fun. What a gas, pile number 1, okay? And I feel like some of you would get to the hotel and there would be like a little like wine, there'd be like a little setup there for you, and you'd hop in the bathtub after a long flight and you'd have your hair up and you'd be just laughing like, I can't believe I made it here. This is fucking awesome. Okay, I'm getting the name Sheila or the S names if some of you guys know someone with that name. All right, I'm also getting something about someone's nose. I don't know if somebody here like bumped their nose or pierced their nose recently, or just something about a nose, okay? But let's go ahead and see what else here. I feel like somebody here could have had an allergic reaction to something recently, like a face swelled up a little bit. Let's see what else we have here. We have the stars. Oh my God. And oh my God, pile number 1. I love this card. Look at you two. You're laying underneath the stars together and you're pointing out the constellations, and what a beautiful, I mean, I think you guys would have so much fun and you would really meet someone special, okay? Like, this is, you know, this is not a test. This is not a test, right? I don't know why I feel like, I'm also seeing the number 45 again, which is interesting because it's on this endings card here, number 45, okay, which reduces down to a 9. And we have the 9 of Cups right here talking about, you know, and the Wheel of Fortune is a Jupiter card. The 9 of Cups is a Jupiter card. The Star is an Aquarius card. It's like, wow, I feel your guys' energy being uplifted. I feel you enjoying. I feel you with a smile on your face, drinking a cup of tea out of a cup that has some designs on it, or intricate designs on it, or tea or coffee or something, okay? And looking up at the stars with this person, and I see another door opening for you guys, and I see the word joy here too. All right, joy, and it's all over your face, okay? So absolutely, I think you guys could definitely, not only do I think, would you like really enjoy yourself on a trip, I think you would also meet someone very special as well. In fact, you could meet like multiple people that are very special, all right? And to me, this also, you know, I mentioned 2 women. To me, it almost looks like 2 women laying here, both with dark hair and pointing up to the stars, okay? So yeah, for sure, you guys could really meet someone that feels like a deep soulmate connection. I do feel like you could meet someone from a foreign country and fall in love and have a ton of really positive experiences, all right? Let's see. Would pile number 1 elope with this person? We have the Hierophant. I mean, shit, pile number 1. I mean, it's a big commitment. Look at her. She's dressed like, it's like Egyptian, but I also feel like it's Greece and Egyptian kind of going on here. And I mean, it's a big commitment, the Hierophant, okay? It's a big commitment. And we have strength here. It's gonna take a lot of strength, all right? And we have the Queen of Swords here. So there's definitely some energies that you guys are battling through right now. And, you know, we have Justice on the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys may be going through divorces or separations, or just somebody who is being a real dick in the way that they explain things or use their throat chakra, okay? And I mean, I feel like here, look at this. We see all the lions here too, Africa, like giraffes and the lions. And we have the Hierophant, Strength, and the Queen of Swords. So, you know, I think with this Queen of Swords, it looks like she's really facing her fears and she's really standing on her own, not giving a fuck what other people think. I do think if you would decide to elope with this person, I do think like you want to make sure that this connection is super solid, it's super strong, that it's been tested, that you guys have had some important discussions, that you've seen this person when they're angry or they're upset or they feel like they're not getting their, you know, because we all have that. It's not to say, I mean, I feel you guys could really, you and this person could really overcome a lot together, and you could really be strong together and really loving and supporting of one another and have a very enduring connection. But with this Queen of Swords, I feel like somebody here could, you know, we want to see each other at our best and at our worst, okay? And it's not, I love the Queen of Swords. Personally, I love her, right? I love the attitude, I love the sass, I love it all. I love a little bit of a bitch, okay? And I'm a little bit of a bitch at times too, you know? And it just talks about like different cultures, right? Because if you meet a foreigner, like you gotta be really strong in your connection. It needs to be well tested. And I would also say, watch out for someone in this person's family, whether it's a mother or a sister or an ex or somebody who's disgruntled from this person's past, okay? So you guys both may have exes that are disgruntled and making it challenging for you, but I mean, with this Hierophant and Strength card, I think you guys have what it takes to overcome, you know, and there's a lot to overcome, like when you elope with, you know, a foreigner and start a new life somewhere else. I mean, there's always, you need to be committed, you need to be able to rely on one another, protect one another. And I do think, like with the Hierophant and the Strength card here, it would need to be a formal commitment and something like marriage, okay? Pile number one, if that scares you, then, you know, we're just working through our fears here with the Queen of Swords, okay? Letting it flow, taking it one day at a time. Pile number one. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm getting the E names now, like Eric, Estelle, names like that. Or I feel like somebody here could have an E as a middle name too, and use their middle name on like their work emails or business cards, or when they sign things, they sign with an E, okay, like E period. So I'm just seeing that, okay? So pile number one, what a reading. What a freaking reading for you guys. I love it. And we're gonna take it to the extended reading, and we're gonna see what else Spirit would like to bring in this reading and what other messages Spirit has for you, okay, pile number one? So thank you so much, and I hope to see you again real soon. Join me on my other channel, Light of Ascension Tarot. Link is in the description box if you want to check out my other channel. So let's go ahead and get into pile number two. Sometimes I just need that refreshing drink of water. Pile number two. Let's go ahead and do it. What a fun reading. Okay, let's do it. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rainbow Aura Quartz, and today's reading is called, Will You Meet a Foreigner and Fall in Love? Will you elope with this person? Okay, so we're gonna look at these questions. It's a fun reading. And we are going to have an extended reading for those of you that would like to follow me to my Vimeo channel. Link will be in the description box below. Let's go ahead and do it. The Rainbow Aura Quartz is associated with all 7 chakras. And I definitely feel something coming up right now, like just in my lungs, my throat, and coming from my heart space. So I feel like somebody here is going to be speaking from their heart. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number two, spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to my beautiful pile number twos. Connect me psychically and orbitly. Why am I getting the word orbit? All right, maybe some of you guys were reading about that word, or a planet's orbit, or something about the word orbit. All right, do you guys remember that song? Or that band, that group, that electronic group called Orbital from back in the day? Do you guys remember Orbital? Maybe some of you here like electronic music. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number two. Or you're into astrology or astronomy, okay? Let's do it. Pile number two. We have yellow, joy and happiness. Beautiful. Okay, so talking about joy and happiness for you guys in my pile number twos. Now this actually came out reversed, but I don't really read reversals. However, we will note that, okay? We will note that. And something about the solar plexus here too, with the color yellow, and you know, taking that leap so that we can find our joy and happiness. We have the Magician, right? Time to make it happen. If you believe in yourself and know what you want, you're gonna make it happen. So says Mariah Carey, okay? But the Magician card here, I love this because this is a new deck that I got, and it's earthly, like sexual delights deck. And you know, somebody here is like, somebody's using a toy or a vibrator on someone. No, this is not an 18+ reading, but talking about joy and happiness, right? With the Magician here, somebody's got the magic hand, the magic tongue, the magic fingers, the magic toys. Somebody here is a good lover, all right? And maybe this is like really refreshing to you guys, because maybe you haven't had some really good, talented lovers for a minute, okay? I do feel that energy coming on strong here. Ooh, yeah. We have the Ace of Coins, and I love this deck because all the aces are so giving someone the finger, which I think is so funny. But I mean, yeah, maybe you guys have been with some real duds, okay? And you thought it was going somewhere and you thought that it was progressing, but it was a real, you know, it was a faker. It was a trickster. It was a faker. It wasn't going somewhere where you thought it was going to go. And, you know, and it sucked. I feel like some of you guys are like, you know, and you maybe dealt with someone before or talked to someone who is overseas and experienced some of this. Yeah, it was a real education, wasn't it? I feel like here's card 35 in education. I feel like some of you guys have really been learning a lot when it comes to dating and your patterns. I also feel that people are interested in you and want to talk to you with this magician energy, but I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of blocking that energy because you're like, you know what? I've got a lot to do. I don't have time for crappy people anymore. And I don't have time for like tricksters and liars, and I want to meet someone with integrity. And, you know, so far dating has been a real education, okay, is what I feel like you guys are kind of saying here. We have Merkaba, okay, so the frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse other layers of reality and dimensions. Also traveling, right? In a sense, it activates our access to our Akashic inheritance, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose, okay? I feel like in a past life, some of you guys, you know, with this Akashic Records reference here, could have dated someone who is a foreigner or been with someone in the past, okay? A real education for you, though. Gemini, eclipse in Gemini, rise to the challenges as a new path opens up, okay? Talking about with the Magician and the Ace of Coins and a new path opening up for you guys, okay? This could also involve a Gemini. Gemini is associated with Mercury energy, and that is, of course, associated with the Magician. The Magician is associated with Mercury. And, you know, Geminis are, like, I feel some of you guys are like, yeah, I've been learning about Geminis and their BS and, you know, how, like, there's two people stuck inside of one person, you know. Not to pick on the Geminis. I have an important Gemini in my life, so I feel like, yeah, I can kind of pick on the Geminis a little bit. But we have the energy of negotiation here, okay? And talking about people that may see the world in a little bit different ways, that are from different ways of thinking and have different ideas about the world. I mean, I think being with someone from a foreign country or would be very educational for you guys. I think you would learn a lot, and I think the travel would be a really interesting experience for you guys, and I do think it would break you out of a rut. If you've been feeling kind of bored or stuck lately, I do think it would break you out of a rut, and I do think you could have I do think you guys could meet someone that is very good at what they do sexually as well, with their hands, their fingers, their tongue, okay? Like, it's not an 18+ reading, but I just have to say it. We have Libra, so we could have Gemini and Libra energy. Reevaluate relationships, justice, and fair play. Yeah, I feel like you guys are like, yeah, this whole experience has been a lot. I've learned a lot. I feel like you guys could be dealing with someone who's kind of has Peter Pan energy or Tinkerbell kind of energy, or you yourself could have that energy of just saying, you know, I'm not sure what path I want to take here. I know that there's a fair and balanced way to look at things, but whatever I've been doing in the past, it hasn't really, that's not it. It hasn't been bringing me joy and happiness. And I do feel like you guys, pile number 2, you're like, at this point, I would consider like dating someone from a different culture or going out with somebody, you know, like not where I live, because you know, I feel like some of you are like, the crap I've been running into here has been very aggravating, okay? And we have the mouse energy. To me, when I draw this mouse energy, I think of Virgo a lot. But I feel like you guys have been observing what's been happening around you. Just like, wow, there is I mean, we have 2 eclipse cards here. So some of you guys, I feel like, could have gone through a breakup or a period of time where you are reevaluating the relationships in your life. And someone else could have chosen to take a different path, maybe even a different path away from you. All right. Some of you guys could be like, yeah, I was with someone and then they fell in love with a foreigner, or they decided to go down a different path. Okay. And I feel like some of you guys, like with this mouse energy, you've been like, what the fuck, you know, because it's been a real education. All right. This whole experience of, you know, getting to know people. And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I need to take my time and I need to observe people more and try to understand where they're coming from before I just assume that they're like me, because I think you guys are realizing not everyone is like you, okay? And not everyone has the same mindset as you do. And there's talking about negotiation and rebalancing the energy, okay? We have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. And I do feel like you guys are getting a little bored or restless. Like, you know, this is coming out under this Merkaba card. So I do feel like you guys are like maybe looking at the map or studying or thinking about, if I did want to go somewhere, or if I did want to date someone different than me, like what would I want to do, or what would I be interested in? The energy is just gaining momentum, okay? And if you've been feeling kind of stuck and dissatisfied with your life, I feel you're gonna break out of this, okay? Because this energy is gaining momentum and it's taking flight. All right, talk about gaining momentum with the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles, really gaining momentum forward here. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, talk about, I want some excitement. I want some motherfucking love. I want some excitement. And when's it gonna get here? You know, I feel like you guys are like, I've been sitting here. I've been waiting for this person to show up or make up their mind or decide what the fuck it is that they're gonna do here. And, you know, I'm getting real impatient because I need to be touched, you know. Talk about the Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, it's like absolutely, like you could definitely, I feel like some of you guys are like, I'm so tired of the shit I've been getting, or just the people here suck, or they aren't to my standards. And I feel like that kind of causes you to look in another direction and think about, well, what are my options? What could I do? And I feel like some of you guys are like, yeah, these relationships are like unsolvable riddles, okay? And they just keep confusing me. And I feel like the more that I try to understand, the more overwhelmed I'm getting with some of these connections, okay? And you could have some people here kind of messing with you in a way, pile number 2, like, you know, you think it's going to be something, and we have the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Nothing against the Page of Pentacles, but I just feel like as the Queen of Wands, you're like, yeah, I wasn't really looking for the Page of Pentacles, okay? And, you know, I feel also some of you guys, if you travel, you could meet somebody younger than you and hot, okay? Now, some of you might be a little bit annoyed by that because you're like, I want to meet someone that knows what they want, where they're at, where they're headed, what they're, you know, I want to meet somebody, I want to meet a King of Wands, not a freaking page, okay? But there's something about travel energy that just wakes up some sexual, sacral chakra kind of fancy pants energy I feel in you, pile number 2, okay? And I feel like you guys are like, I mean, look at this Page of Pentacles, has some muscles, all right? Sexy arm muscles here. And I feel like somebody here could have like tan skin and look really hot and green, all right? Like in a light summer green, like looking real hot in that with some sexy fucking arms, okay? And I think at that point, you guys are gonna be like I feel a lot of you guys need a good screw, pile number 2, okay? And you need to mix up the energy a little bit. And I think you guys can meet someone pretty hot, okay? And pretty sexy. They might be like a little bit younger, or they might be like not quite as like where you are in your life, or they might be a little bit of a boy wonder or a girl wonder here. And I saw kind of that Peter Pan type of energy. But at the same time, the Page of Pentacles is probably the least Peter Pan out of all the pages. I mean, this person is just building their life up, really, okay? And they've got a lot of ideas and plans and thoughts about the future. And, you know, they're looking forward to making things happen, okay? And even though they might be a little bit younger, or they look younger, they don't have to be younger, they could just look younger. They have a lot of good ideas, and they've got a lot of good practical sense about the world, okay? So try not to judge a book by its cover is what I would say, pile number 2. And I do see you meeting someone with some sexy fucking ass arms, okay? And with a nice face too, like a nice jawline, nice nose, like some kind of nice face, okay? And some nice hair too, like some black hair, soft hair that you can run your fingers through, all right? And yeah, I'm just getting I'm getting a lot of Mariah Carey in your guys' reading, which is funny. I'm getting that song Touch My Body by Mariah Carey, okay? And I feel like you guys are like, you know, the big wheel keeps on turning, rolling down a river. And I feel like you guys are like, I'm sick of rolling down a fucking river. Like, I want to meet, you know, somebody hot and sexy who has their shit together, okay? And, you know, and I think if you guys went and traveled, like, I think something that's going to motivate you guys to travel or go somewhere is feeling a little bit bored or stifled, or you've been studying a lot with this education card, or you've been quiet or lonesome, or had your head in a book, or you've been very studious lately with this mouse card. And, you know, where's the Queen of Wands, right? Where's the fire? Where's your, you know, where's your libido? Pile number 2. Let's get it revved up and get it moving, okay? So I feel like, you know, you could definitely meet someone for sure. And I feel like at first you may be like, ugh, another one that doesn't really know what they want and doesn't really have their life together. But I do feel like this person, while they may be younger, like I said, or represent as a little bit younger for whatever reason, maybe they just switch careers, maybe they're starting something entirely new, but they're giving off these page vibes, okay? But they're hot. They're hot. I love the arms. Yeah, and that light green color with the tan skin and the dark hair, that's sexy, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Will you meet a foreigner and fall in love? And talk about the Wheel of Fortune with something very unexpected that pops up, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is like pa-pow, very unexpected. Just going about your business and boom, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Will you meet a foreigner and fall in love? We have the 3 of Cups. It may be on a girls' trip, or a trip that you take with your friends, or just on a trip where you decide, like, I'm just gonna go and have fun. I'm not expecting anything. I just wanna enjoy myself. I wanna be by the water. I wanna wear a flower in my hair. I wanna have a nice drink in my hand. And I wanna go someplace with beautiful, like with waterfalls, where you could hike to a waterfall, or beautiful flowers, or just someplace really pretty and beautiful. And I just want to enjoy myself, okay? I just want to simply have fun. But you know what happens, pile number 2, when you guys are like, I just simply want to have fun and enjoy myself? I feel like the deepest shit happens to you when you're in that space, okay? We have the Judgment card, or the Karma card here. And we have 2 eclipses. We have an eclipse in Gemini and an eclipse in Libra. And then there's an eclipse on this Karma card, okay? So, I mean, I feel like you guys go into things being like, yeah, it's just gonna be really nice, no expectations. I just wanna unwind and enjoy myself. And yet something really, this is also a huge past life card for me in this deck, okay? And it's like, whoa, meeting someone that you knew in a past life, an experience that you did not expect, that you did not anticipate, and it ends up going a whole hell of a lot deeper than what you thought it would, okay? We have 8 of Cups. I feel like you guys are like, you know, like thinking about it. Like, what would happen if I left my life as I know it? What would happen? You know? And I feel there is this very like wistful kind of longing, with particularly with this 8 of Cups, okay? And it's like, what could have been? What could have been? And it's this very like poetic. Are some of you guys gonna meet a Pisces with Earth in their chart, okay? Somebody who's very romantic, like a poet, or somebody who, I mean, somebody that courts the romantic, like wistful side of you, pile number 2. Let's see what else here. But pile number 3, will you meet a foreigner and fall in love? We have the Star card. Oh my God, that makes so much sense, because I was staring at the stars on this 8 of Cups and I was like, why do these stars feel so familiar? Right? Why do they feel so familiar? These are cards like with night, you know, the 8 of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Star card. In this deck, it's like the black of night, the dark of night, okay? And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I'm going there to kind of have fun and enjoy myself and fulfill something in me that I feel has been missing. And I feel like, you know, it really goes deep, all right, when you meet this person. And I feel like some of you guys are like, should I give everything up? Or would I give everything up for this? Would I be willing to do that? And then I feel like some of you guys are like, oh, it's like wishful thinking, or there's something here about a past life when maybe that happened before, okay? And yeah, I'm getting that, I'm getting that Meatloaf song, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that, okay? Could you hose me down with holy water if I get too hot? Could you take me places I've never known? I can do that, okay? I feel like, you know, I feel like parting is such sweet sorrow, you know, and I feel like you guys are going to, I feel like you guys could definitely have a really deep encounter with somebody that sort of revitalizes, like takes you out of like dystopian kind of thoughts or feelings and reconnects you with your inspiration, okay? I feel like for some of you though, ultimately you may not stay, okay? You may not stay. And I feel like it's a beautiful experience that touches you, pile number 2, but ultimately I feel like you may move on without this person having really been touched by the experience, okay? And let's go ahead and see, will you fall in love? Will you fall in love for my beautiful pile number 2s? Ace of Swords. I mean, I think this, you know, if you meet someone from a foreign country, I think it's deep. It resonates with the past and a past lifetime. It makes you question your life and the way you've been living your life, and it renews your hope and faith in where you want to head in your life. And I think it snaps you out of it, okay? With this Ace of Swords here, it snaps you out of it, and it makes you like more grateful and more appreciative of like what you currently have in your life. And it also motivates you to get out there and experience more, okay? And to do more with what you have is what I feel here too. So it's kind of this motivating, opening experience here. We have Justice. Yeah, you guys just are gonna get really, I mean, you're just gonna not be swayed anymore, okay? We have Libra here twice with this eclipse in Libra, and then Justice here. I just feel you guys are not gonna be on the sidelines of life anymore, questioning yourself, wondering what you're doing. Why am I doing this? You know, or why did I agree to this? Or why, you know, I feel you're making some very like, you're like, I experienced this, I tasted this fruit and right from the vine, and it tasted so wonderful. Like I cannot go back to living like I used to. I'm more determined than ever to see things through in my life and get them rebalanced and get myself focused to where I need to be, okay? I think it just strengthens your resolve, honestly, pile number 2, towards the life that you want when this happens. Would pile number 2 ever elope? Would pile number 2 ever elope? We have Ace of Cups. Well, you are a romantic. Don't forget that, okay? I feel you would think about it. You would flirt with the idea, and you would, like, your romantic nature, you certainly have it in you. But I feel like it's kind of like your mind is like, that you're like, that'd be so romantic, Natalie. Like, you're like, oh my God, look at this Ace of Cups is like the most beautiful Ace of Cups that I've ever seen almost in any deck, okay? And I feel like you guys have that romantic side to you. You're like, yeah, that would be so fucking cool to like meet someone, fall in love, and elope. And, but with this Eight of Swords here, I feel like you guys are like, you know, that's so beautiful, but I have some things that I need to do, like where I'm at. I have some things that I need to do in the here and now. I have some things I need. This is another air card here, looking at Gemini or Libra energy. I have some self-discovery and, you know, some rebalancing that I need to do in my own life, but that sounds amazing. You know, I feel like you guys are like, yeah, but I also feel like you're like, in reality, kind of how would that work out? Or you've had some questions about it, but I think it sounds beautiful, okay? And if you do meet someone, I think it sounds beautiful to them too, but with the Eight of Swords, it's like, well, how do we make this happen? There's a lot of decisions that need to be made. There's a lot of things that are gonna come up. Where would we live? Where would we go? Like, what would we do after this, right? Like, you know, I mean, it's like Britney Spears when she eloped to Vegas and married that guy for 72 hours. It's like, did we think about what was gonna happen after, you know? So I think that there's a lot of things that you guys are thinking through in your life right now, a lot of things that you're rebalancing, but I do think you could certainly have a lot of fun. Okay, pile number 2, and you can meet someone really sexy who knows how to be a better lover than people you've had in the past, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and take it to your extended reading next, pile number 2. If you are so inclined, you can join me on my Vimeo channel. There'll be a link in the description box below. And we're just gonna see where Spirit takes it in the extended reading. I'm gonna go wherever Spirit wants to go. We're gonna get advice from your guides, and we're gonna talk in more detail, okay, pile number 2? So I hope to see you there, and take care of yourselves. Let's go on to pile number 3. All right. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Copper Pyramid, and I just randomly laughed out loud because Spirit was showing me that song, Wake Me Up Before You Go, Go, Don't Make Me Plan on Hanging Solo. Wake me up before you go, go, take me dancing tonight. All right. Anyway, I can't sing anything today, but it's so funny because, yeah, pile number 3, I just had to tell you that. We are getting the Copper Pyramid for you, pile number 3. And our question is, will you meet a foreigner and fall in love? All right. And could you possibly elope with this person? All right. So let's take a look, pile number 3, and get into it. We will have an extended reading. If you want to join me on my Vimeo channel, we'll do another spread. We'll ask more questions and get more advice. So let's do it. Spirits, angels, and guides, wake me up before you go, go, because we don't plan on going solo for my beautiful pile number 3s. 3s in the trees. I don't know why I felt like saying that, but I'm like, 3s in the trees. Let's go ahead. Pile number 3 and see. We have priorities, building blocks for life, okay? So I don't know why for life just sounded so like serious to me. It's like, if we make this type of choice and commit to it, like it's for life, okay? So interesting that Spirit is drawing me to that. Let's see what else we have here. And I'm drawn to the purple point in this pyramid. And so interesting that you got a pyramid here, and then you also chose the copper pyramid. Spirit doesn't miss any details. Like Spirit's like, we got it. You guys are the pyramids, the triangles, okay? We have the Hanged Man here. So yeah, talk about wake me up before you go with the Hanged Man. Hanged Man can be Neptune energy, Pisces energy. But yeah, I feel like I'm seeing broccoli here too. I don't know if some of you guys, like, maybe you hated broccoli when you were younger, or you refused to eat it, or you're trying to eat more of it now. But yeah, lots of good fiber in broccoli, pile number 3, right? Anyway, the Hanged Man here, building blocks for life. So let's see what else. I feel that's a little mysterious. Let's see what else. We have Temperance. Oh my God. No wonder. I just had that song. I'm like, why do I keep getting that song from Tik Tok in my head where they're like, I want to see some ass, da 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 da, right? And look at the ass, okay? There it is. I want to see some ass. And the Temperance card. You have 2 major arcanas here. And we have number 12 and number 14. There's also another red triangle right here. So we've got multiple triangles. We have a rainbow triangle. We could have some LGBTQ folks up in this pile as well. But yeah, I mean, talk about temperance and a lot of closeness. And I feel you're not going to want to leave each other's side. If you do meet someone from another foreign country, or whether it's where you live, but you meet someone from a different country, I feel a lot of you guys could meet someone who is a different ethnicity than you, somebody who maybe colors their hair or changes their hair, like red or blue or turquoise or different colors, or pink, even purples. But I feel like you guys, if that whole energy of this is for life, building blocks for life, okay? I feel like this is something that comes together like very, like, dramatically, sexually embracing one another, right? And it's like, if we go into this zone with each other, we're not gonna let each other go. Interesting. We have Bone Collector here for card number 1. Interesting. Okay, let's see what energy am I getting from this card. I mean, definitely talking about traditions and I'm also seeing the word diet. Okay, that's funny because I talked about the broccoli. So maybe some of you guys are like, yeah, I'm trying to be on a freaking diet. All right, so funny. Okay, I'm seeing the initials D and T as well here. But what I'm seeing is somebody who really kind of believes in the old ways, all right? Somebody who's like very intuitive, or like somebody who, for some people, it's like oftentimes we feel that we should have been born like into a different culture, or that we maybe had a past life in another culture, right? But in this lifetime, like our family lineage is from, you know, Norway, Sweden, you know, Europe, UK, or whatever, but we feel like we've had past lives and lived in a different way, okay? And I feel like this kind of diversity with this rainbow energy, and also with the different ethnicities that I'm seeing here, is something that you guys have tried many different lifetimes here as different ethnicities, or in different kind of cultures. And I feel like even in this lifetime, if you consider like your own culture feels a little bland at times, or like maybe you want to be with somebody else or have considered that, I feel like that energy is definitely available to you, pile number 3, okay? We have compassion, the heart of compassion. Compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world, okay? Talking about temperance to me is so much, and also the hangman is about surrender and compassion as well. Compassion for ourselves, for others, for other people's plights in life, for sure. With you guys here, we have eclipse in Virgo. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully, okay? Because with that, hey, it's coming out under the hangman energy. So, you know, being careful, like what we choose to commit to. And especially for those of you in pile number 3, you're very compassionate. You help others. You're there for others, okay? And it's saying here, you know, choose duties and responsibilities carefully, pile number 3, because like I said, this energy, I feel like if you link up with this person, it's for life, okay? We have Sun in Sagittarius. Nice, 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 nice. And that's coming out under Temperance, which is Jupiter energy, Sagittarius, associated with Sagittarius. Stride out into new territory, adventure. I love that. And I'm drawn to the camel here as well. So somebody here could be like Middle Eastern, or have that, you know, or have Sagittarius in their chart. We could have Sagittarius and Virgo. So there might be a lot of things that you need to reorganize in your life and be patient about, especially with these building blocks for life. And I feel some of you guys could meet someone in your own country that's from a different country. And I feel like your energy is very welcoming and accepting, and that you do like diversity, and that, you know, stride out into new territory here. You guys could be meeting a Sagittarius. Sagittariuses are kind of known for international travel and going different places and being adventurous. So you could meet somebody like that, or you yourself could be like that. But Sagittarius and Virgo, we have crocodilian energy. It's so funny because I was watching the Tiger King the other day, and Joe Exotic's ex-husband was talking about his crocodilians. I don't know why I got that, but I don't know why I was rewatching the Tiger King either. Like, I was like, why am I watching this? I don't know. It's just interesting. But anyway, crocodiles. So somebody here could be from a climate with camels, or Middle Eastern or Mediterranean, and the other person is from like Florida, like a place that has crocodiles, right? I also think Asia has crocodiles as well too, right? So somebody here could be from Asia, another person from the Middle East, right? This blending of energies with temperance and, you know, being like supportive of one another with this hangman. And I feel like somebody here could be from a culture that's vegan or vegetarian as well, because I'm looking at these broccoli, you know, I saw that broccoli image earlier, but somebody here could like be making some lifestyle changes for the other person is what I see, you know, as a result of being with them. Interesting. We have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. I feel like some of you guys may already be seeing someone who is from another culture, and you want some confirmation. You came to this reading wondering, hey, could this actually be a thing? Yeah, have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, okay? So the energy is building up, and in a good way, right? But the one thing here is saying choose your duties and responsibilities carefully, because once you commit to something, you know, you're kind of in it. Pile number 3, we have the moon. All right, we have the Chariot. I said if I saw the Chariot, I was going to take that as a sign that, yeah, you could definitely be with someone from another culture, or someone who's visiting from another culture, okay? And with the moon and the Chariot, I feel like it's, you know, because the Chariot is Cancer energy and the moon rules Cancer. So it's like, I do feel there can be respect for each other's differences here. And I do feel like, even though you guys are different and you're maybe from cultures that are different, I feel like you find this intrinsic trust for one another. You find this, you know, gut instinct, this intrinsic support and kind of trust of one another. And there may be some family members, though, from either side of the coin here that are like, all right, this is kind of different, you know, or there might be people around that are a little like misunderstanding or not seeing the full picture and not really understanding what is bringing you two together. But there is this deep, you know, love and intrinsic respect for one another, and this inexplicable draw towards one another that you guys can't really explain to other people. They're not really going to understand. All they know is that, you know, you guys feel very drawn and motivated towards one another. And there's this element of, you know, holding one another, comforting one another, compassion. Okay. And there may be a lot of things that, you know, there might be a lot of things sometimes feeling like you two are up against a lot here with the Moon and Chariot. Like there's a lot that we need to do. We're up against, you know, there may be traditions or family members or the parents or just sisters or brothers are concerned, you know, from people like, what is this connection? What are they doing? You know, is this really going to work out kind of energy? But I feel like you guys, I mean, the last card here, which I had not revealed yet, is this Hierophant. Now, I feel like some of their relatives may be concerned about, okay, if you guys were to get married or you were to have this formal commitment, like what, for those of you that have a type of religion or certain ceremonies, even if it's not religion, just certain ceremonies or traditions in your culture that are performed when people get married, all right? There may be grandparents, there may be relatives, there may be people that want to see things done in a particular way. And, you know, the person that you're with, pile number 3, may be a little bit concerned about disappointing these people. And sometimes maybe you guys feeling like you have to go along with what's suggested so as to kind of like keep the energy balanced here. So, you know, choose your duties and responsibilities carefully. I would also say choose your commitments carefully, like how far you're willing to go, you know, because there may be people here that are very kind of insistent on things being a certain way, all right? Like in the eyes of the church or their culture, right? And it's not, I feel it's not like these people, like, it's not that they don't mean well. It's just that, you know, you guys are going to have to be flexible, okay? And stride out into new territory. Like you're doing something that maybe no one else in this person's family has done before. It's like if they have brothers and sisters, maybe they married or are with people that the parents expected them to be with, or they chose, you know, in a certain way, right? And you're just different, you know, from other people than I feel like this person has picked in the past. But people are just going to fall in love with you, pile number 3, because you're compassionate, you're loving, you're caring, you are responsible, all right? And you do shoulder a lot, like emotionally in situations, I feel, pile number 3, okay? So I just want you guys not to take too much of this on yourself. And I do feel like the person that you would meet would definitely be needing to be kind of like the intermediary or needing to stand up for you. And I do see that because we have the Moon and the Chariot, and it is this simpatico kind of energy, okay? And you could say like the Chariot is like get up and go and it's movement, and the Moon is more like confusion. I'm not sure what I want to do and how do we want to go about this, right? But I also just feel like you guys have a lot of compassion for each other. That will get you through so many things if we just have compassion for each other, okay? And I do think you guys could definitely meet and fall in love with someone and I think this stride into a new territory, Sun and Sagittarius, is almost like your guys' coming out party to like introducing each other to each other's families or siblings or friends, right, from another culture. Like that's always a bit of a like, you know, experience at first. Some of you guys might be like, shit, you know, with this crocodile energy, assuming that people are gonna have kind of a negative attitude towards you or may question your motives or what you're doing, right? Some of you guys might be like, damn, you know, like a little bit concerned about that. But I feel like there's one key person in this person's family who is gonna smile to you, open up to you, be welcoming to you, and it's just gonna open up, it's gonna open up the energy, okay? I'm talking to you guys like you kind of already met someone. So and I'm also, for those of you that are like, I would like to date someone from another culture, or that sounds very interesting to me, like take this reading as a sign. I feel this energy could easily come, you know, if you put yourself out there into a certain community, even in your hometown, I feel you guys could easily meet someone from another culture, easily, right? I mean, there's dating websites where you can meet all kinds of people, right? And so, but I mean, I feel this is, I love this Temperance card because, you know, I feel this very sexy, loving, connected, wrapped up in each other's arms, touching each other's booties, you know, like somebody really loving your body, your style. Some of you guys may have a tattoo of a triangle on you or some type of double triangle or some type of thing, right? 2 triangles, isn't that like the Star of David or a pentacle? I'm sorry, I need to know my symbols a lot better. But I feel like somebody here could have a tattoo like on their left or right arm, upper arm, with red in it, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Yep, there's the Hierophant. It's coming through twice. It's here twice, all right? We could have Cancer, Taurus energy here too. We could have Sagittarius and Virgo, Pisces here. But yeah, there's definitely a commitment. Like I said, building blocks for life. If you commit to this, this is it. We have the Judgment card. So yeah, like choose carefully your duties and responsibilities, because I do feel like, you know, you guys could have kids someday. I feel like the people, if you do marry into this connection, their family may have specific ideas or thoughts or about how things should be done. And there may be a little bit of clashing on that here. We have the 2 of Swords. I feel like someone here is gonna be like peacekeeping, all right? Wanting to make sure that the right things are said, and I do feel like whoever you meet is gonna be in the middle of this. And like, you know, I feel they don't wanna disappoint the people that they love, but they also realize that you are their life partner, okay? And I think that this person is really the one that's gonna kind of lead this, whoever your partner is, okay? So you almost just have to trust it. With this 2 of Swords, it's like you're just gonna have to kind of trust it. Pile number 3, okay? There's this energy with, especially with this 2 of Swords of like, you know, it's a lot, right? And I'm just gonna trust it. Let's see what else here. Let's see, will you meet a foreigner and fall in love? The Emperor, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. With this Hierophant, I mean, we have 3 major arcanas. Some of you guys may already have this person in your life. You already know who it is. You're just asking me to ask me, pile number 3, but we could have Sagittarians, Aries, Tauruses here, but with a Cancer. But I feel that you guys are putting a lot of trust and faith into this person, that they are going to stand up for you, protect your connection, be honest with you, be real with you, like don't keep you in the dark about anything, let you know what's going on, right? And I feel you guys are giving a lot of trust and faith to this person, okay? If you meet them, I feel like this is kind of what it's gonna take, okay? And let's see, will you fall in love? Will you fall in love? We have 7 of Swords. So, but we have the Queen of Wands here. So I feel like you guys are like, shit, like, you know, this is a lot, right? And I went into this thinking it would be kind of easy, Queen of Wands, thinking it would, did I say Queen of Swords earlier? That's funny. It's a Queen of Wands. So thinking this is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be pretty mild. Like we can work through this energy, but there's a little more here than you bargained for with this person's friends or family, and they may, I do think you two will fall in love. I think they may be doing a little bit of like not telling people fully what's going on at first, okay? And they may be like kind of holding people back from getting at you. I feel like in a way here too, pile number 3, like they want to run to you, but also they're like, shit, I've got to deal like with family, or I've got to deal with this situation. But look at this World card. Look at the joining of the energies. I feel like when this really happens, like I do feel there's some tradition here with the World card. Again, that energy of, you know, karma, tradition, the sanctity of marriage. Like I'm just getting, you know, it's big time energy. The Hierophant in the world, it's big fucking time energy, pile number 3. But I feel like people are gonna have gifts for you guys. I feel people are gonna be supportive. This person's mother, if they're an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this person's mother, I'm getting like, I mentioned the Queen of Swords. I'm seeing the sword here piercing this. This person's mother, crocodile, might be a little bit difficult to deal with, okay? But I feel like everybody else in the family is welcoming. You know, gifts of money, gifts of like, let's sit down and have supper or dinner together. Like, here's a gift for you. Like, welcome into our family, okay? This person's mother might be a little bit off, but I feel like this person's coming through is the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. I feel they can handle her, okay? If this person has a sister or a mother that's a little difficult to handle, I feel that this person can handle it. And I feel like the rest of the people around you guys are gonna be like so happy. They're gonna be like, oh, fuck yeah, like this is so cool, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Will pile number 3 elope? Will pile number 3 elope? Temperance, there it is. Yeah, baby. 6 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, okay? I feel like you guys I feel like this Temperance card is kind of a yes, and we saw Temperance earlier. I feel like some of you guys are like, yeah, I don't want my wedding day to be like dramatic or hard or having all these influences. Like, I just want it to be about my love and I, like joining together and being together and celebrating one another. And, you know, I think that is really beautiful. I think that's definitely gonna happen. And I see you guys going off in the distance together, going by the water, going off by yourselves, like getting time away from everything, and definitely having a honeymoon that is away. I do feel like you may need to compromise a little bit with Temperance, you know, as far as like there's certain people that maybe have certain ideas or would like something, and you may have a little bit of compromise there with Temperance. You know, we're not just gonna insist on our way. Like, I do feel you guys are bending a little bit here, but ultimately I feel like it's you and this person together forever. Pile number 3. Wow, what a reading. What a fucking reading, pile number 3. So if that was your scenario and you're already with someone, then take it as it resonates. If you're not with someone yet, but you would love to date someone from another culture, I feel like you could really be in a very long-term relationship or even married to someone from another culture, pile number 3, or from a foreign country. All right. And I was kind of getting more of the energy of them being where you are though, but being a foreigner where you are. And the other 2 piles, I was getting more of those 2 piles being overseas and meeting someone. With you guys, I'm getting more of an at-home energy, but like different cultures energy. So thank you so much, pile number 3. I loved your reading. Please join me on my extended reading on my Vimeo channel. Link will be in the description box below. And if you haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below to my new channel. Take care, everyone, and blessings on your path.